G'day guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Grant here, and today we'll be chatting about putting a second battery into your car. And this is probably, in my opinion, the best and easiest way to do it if you have limited knowledge on auto electrical stuff. And like myself, I've got none. So this is the best way, I think, to get a second battery in your car for a fridge, some lights, and some camping and overlanding. Stay tuned. You gonna help me do the video, mate? I'll take that as a yes. Alright, so my story is when I bought my Nissan Navara in 2018, I had never owned a four-wheel drive ever. I had no idea about four-wheel drives. I had no idea about second batteries or fridges and lift kits and nothing, because I've always owned Holden and Commodores and whatnot. So when I bought the four-wheel drive, I wanted to do camping and like day trips, overnight trips, a week trip and whatnot. So one of the first things I needed to do was obviously get a second battery, and I wanted to find out how to do that and the best way to do it. And I'm a bit of a hands-on sort of guy. I like doing things myself. So because I don't have any electrical experiences with cars or electrics, I kind of wanted something nice and easy that I could put in, and it's kind of already set up. So after months of looking through the internet, I got a kit from Kickass. It comes with the battery box already fully wired up with a MPPT controller for the solar and a DC to DC for the actual recharging of the battery itself from the car. So I went ahead and purchased that, and the installation was pretty easy. When I bought this kit, I didn't get a discount. I bought it from the website, full price, and I just thought it was probably the best one on the market for me to try and install. Alright, so here the kit is. I just set it in the back of the tub on the passenger side of the car there. It sits there nice and snug. It is held in by these straps. Firstly, I don't think they're really that good. If I was to do this again, I would certainly make a better bracket for it, so it's actually held in there nice and tight, because it does move around and whatnot. So you can see that there. So anyway, so this is the battery. I think it's 120 amp hour, which just running a fridge. I've got a 75 litre fridge. That's more than enough. That's fine. There's the MPPT controller with the DC to DC charger. So what I actually do is I hook in the an Anderson plug, one of these ones. I hook it in from the front of the car. The wiring comes back in through here, and it just hooks up in behind. I'll just undo that. Alright, so I'll just turn it around. So the wiring from the front battery comes in the back here. This is the alternator input, and just hooks in with Anderson plug, which are really, really great. These are great plugs to have, especially when you go forward driving. They don't vibrate loose. So that plugs into there. On the side here, I've got my solar input, and that goes straight into the MPPT controller, and so does the DC to DC, or the cable from the front battery. So on the battery box, you've got two 12-volt cigaretties in there, and in the center here you've got another one. I'm not sure exactly what that one is. Maybe someone can comment down below. It's just like a smaller one. And over to the right here we've got our USBs. There's two of them there. So, and come across here we've also got our voltage meter, and just a light to turn that on and off. I always leave it on. I don't know any reason why you'd actually turn it off for. In the center here is where I hook up my fridge. So it's nice and easy to get to when I put my fridge in and out. It's by Anderson plug as well, which is great. So on the DC to DC charger, as well as the MPPT controller, which is this unit just here, you've got your different types of batteries up here which you can use. Currently I'm using a AGM 120 amp hour, so I'll just have it set on that. These are the different types of charging. It's got pulse, float, absorption, bulk, depending on how discharged the battery is. And also it tells you where the power is coming from, solar or alternator, and it lets you know if it's charging or not. It's a really straightforward controller. I love it. I've had No issues at all. It's just been really good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'll just take the top of the lid off and show you what all the wiring and everything is done underneath the lid. As I said, this thing is like ready to go. Like you literally just need to wire it to your car, which is very easy, and you're done and dusted. So that's it there. As you can see, it's all wired in. When I did get the battery box, I had to wire in the positive and negative, but that's pretty standard. You're not going to go shipping it if it's already connected. Alright, so with the wiring, my main battery is here. As you can see, I've got the red wire is coming off here. There's a fuse. I've got the wiring coming around here. There's an Anderson plug here. That plugs into another cable that goes all the way down the back to the rear battery. So once I've wired up the positive and the negative, hooked it up to this external wire just here with the Anderson plug, and that goes down through the engine just down here, and I go along the chassis rails and then up into the tub through the grommet. And once I'm into the tub, and I'll just follow the tub liner at the top all the way along to where my battery is situated. Really easy. Don't need too much mechanical skills at all. Right, so one thing I love about these battery boxes like this is they're not permanent to your car. What I can do with this battery box is if I go camping and I have a swag and then I've got to camp away from my car, I can literally unhook this and take it with me. And I can take my fridge, which is not in the car right now, but I can take my fridge with me. And I can go camping away towards a creek line or to where my other friends are, and I've got power. And it doesn't need to be set up to the car to recharge the battery. I can run a solar blanket, which will charge us up quite nicely. So that's the good thing about these things. And also, if you go to sell the car, I would probably just take this out and leave the wiring in. You know, the wiring's what, $50, and you can take this with you as well, which is great. Or you can lend it to your mum, or your kids, your friend, your neighbour, I don't know, whoever you want to. Alright, so this battery box just here, all the wiring, battery, everything, I think it cost me about $1,200 maybe a bit less. I thought that was really good because I got other quotes, and one fella down in southeast Queensland quoted me $2,000 to get this exact same kit done in my car, or something very similar. So, and that was out of the price range for me. I couldn't afford that, but so this whole kit is very affordable for me, and what it does is it allows me to get out there and camp on a cheaper budget and still have a good enough piece of kit to be reliable and to not be in the back of my mind, is it going to fail on a 5-day overlanding trip through central Queensland. So the affordability is really good, and I think that the affordability of this kit is in a lot of people's range. So yeah, I highly recommend it just on the price alone. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of my install that I did on my car. Now my car is a smart alternator, and so when I wired all this up, the battery wasn't being charged all that well, and I thought there was something wrong. So I rang up Kickass, and they informed me that I need to have a wire going to an ignition power source, and that's beyond what I can do. Like, that sounds probably a fairly simple job for you smart blokes out there that have auto electrician experience, but anything to do with soldering and adding in wires, I just wasn't keen. So I got an auto electrician to do it for me, and I think it was like $100. And so that's that black conduit beside my actual second battery wire that goes from the front of the car back to the rear of the car at the back of the battery there, and that just hooks in to another little bit of wire metal thing, and it's all good. So when I got that done, she works perfect. So I've had this system on the car for about a year now, and I've done a 7-week road trip down to Tasmania from central Queensland, and I've done many other trips since then, and the battery and the controller, the DC controller, the MPPT controller, has just been absolutely awesome. And I'm running a 75 litre dual zone fridge as well, Kickass fridge. And honestly, this whole system hasn't let me down at all. So, and I've also been using a solar blanket. I think it's like a 200 watt solar blanket, and that just recharges up really, really nicely as well. So for a guy or for someone that, you know, wants a second battery and you don't know kind of what to do, and you don't have a heap of money where you can have these beautiful full-on electrical systems in the back of your tub, like I see on Facebook and YouTube. Some of those guys, wow, you guys are pretty good, pretty smart, and they look amazing. But someone like me, I'm more than happy with just this battery box for now, and later on I'll probably look at something a bit more permanent and a bit more sexy looking. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below for me. And if you love the video, like it, whatever, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more, of my videos, just subscribe. And I'm trying to get some videos out regularly now. So if you didn't like the video, leave a thumbs down. Let me know you didn't like it. If you want to add something into what I've said, feel free. But I'll leave you on this note here that to go out camping and overlanding, you don't need lots of money. Buy the best bit of kit you can buy for how much money you have. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.